Hey everyone, welcome back to Drive Knowledge. Today we are diving into a story that's exploding across headline. Why is Nepal burning? If you have seen the viral videos and posts, you know it's not about literal fires. Though wildfires have been issue earlier this year, no, right now as of September, Nepal is in flames metaphorically, gripped by massive protests that have turned deadly. We are talking about Gen Z led uprisings, government crackdown, and a fight over freedom and corruption. Stick around us as I break it down step by step the cause, the chaos, and what it means for the future. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and let's get into it. So let's start with the trigger. Early September, the Nepalese government, led by Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, imposed a nationwide ban on major social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, and X. The official reason to ensure accountability and bring the digital space under legal oversight. But critics call it straight up censorship, aimed at silencing dissent amid rising corruption scandals. This isn't happening in the vacuum. Nepal's been simmering with frustration over government corruption, economic woes, and lack of transparency. Youth, especially Gen Z, have been using social media to expose these issues. Think leaked documents, viral videos of graft, and calls for accountability. Banning these platforms, it's like the pouring gasoline on a fire. Protests erupted almost immediately without thousands hitting the streets in Kathmandu and other cities chanting for justice and end to the ban. Things turned ugly fast on September 8, that's today in our timeline. Police in Kathmandu opened fire on demonstrators outside parliament. Reports say at least 17 to 19 people were killed with over 250 injured. These weren't just any protesters, many were young students, some even in a school uniform demanding an end to corruption and the social media blackout. Eyewitness described scene of chaos, tear gas, rubber bullets, and live rounds. Hospitals are overwhelmed, ambulances are scarce, and the streets are littered with the wounded. In response, the government deployed the army, imposed curfew in major cities, and even shut down media outlets. Nepal Home Minister Ramesh Lekhak resigned amid the backlash. But is that enough? Protesters say no. This is about systematic root or not just one's policy or person. And here's where it gets geopolitical. Some voice on X in reports suggests external hand at play like US pushing for digital freedom or China influencing the oil ties. Remember Bangladesh recent unrest? Parallel are being drawn with discourse of a deep state toolkit fueling these movements. Is this organic youth rage or something more orchestrated? We will explore that's in the comment. Let me know what you think. While the protesters dominates, Nepal's been burning in other ways too. Earlier in 2025, massive wildfire the country fueled by a dry winter and climate change. Kathmandu choked on smoke, air quality plummeted, and forests went up in flames. The worst in years add in flood from melting glaciers and erratic monsoons. And you see a nation battling multiple crises, but today's fire human made. A clash between a fed up generation and a government clinging to power. So, why is Nepal burning? It's a perfect storm of a censorship, corruption, or crackdowns, igniting a youth revolution that's already claimed lives and shaken the government to its core. This could be a turning point for Nepal or start of a deeper instability. What's happened next? Will the ban lift or will justice prevail? If this video hit like, share and subscribe